And I've got a couple of interesting bits as well. One in particular, I would never have guessed what it was. I was totally shocked when I saw it. Hello everyone, I hope everyone's okay. It's another glorious day here. I've got the door wide open, so it's a bit of a breeze coming in, which is lovely. And I've got a Jumble trail haul for you today. So I'm going to insert a bit of footage from the Jumble trail and then I'll show you what we bought.
What is it? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, just look at that.
I don't know what it is.
I was thinking maybe it's like Portuguese tourist wear or... Yeah. I don't know.
How's that look to it? Chip out of
It's
it.
a big chip. What's these?
John Sherwood. That's it. Tissue box. What's that reminds me of? Something.
It reminds you of something.
Oh, that's similar to the one you had. You know, when the break the lid.
Oh, goodness me, yeah.
That's the flat one rather than the...
Yeah. How much for that?
I don't know.
There's some cups as well.
£8 for the set.
Cups and saucers.
Set.
That might be worth going on, actually. Yes, it is. Right, I've left that there because I don't have any hands.
Get a bunch of stuff together. I remember I had a little tiny vase like that I got from the Heart Show many years ago. That's an odd thing.
I like this little stoneware set.
Yeah. Felt bottom on it. Briggs Forge. Brig Wales.
Is this the one you just picked up and looked at?
Yeah, it's
Try to bring stuff to the end of the table here.
Found these James Consoles replica. Okay, give us a call, Michael. Thank you.
Rather nice.
after? A little what do you
Right,
think?
so those goblets, well, whatever they are. Should we go for the pool pottery? I think so. £8 for the whole set. I quite like these as well, look.
Yeah.
£2 for the cups and saucers. Hello. Is that nice? Yeah, lovely.
I know the ladies have done them, they're all been handmade, you know.
Yeah, how much are you asking on them?
For the pair, oh, it's £5 each.
Okay. Should do 8 on the pair?
Yeah.
Yeah, lovely, thank you. I'm buying some cushions.
Oh,
Is it something you need? Have you got, or do you collect
Well,
them?
we're moving house, so shouldn't be buying stuff, but it will be beautiful on the sofa, I think.
Like my crystal down there and coronation.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I'll just pick that up and have a look at that.
style of name.
Close.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Right, we'll just get the cushions then.
Oh, is it,
Yeah.
has it got a plug for it? Or is it just unwired? Space in.
Hello.
Hello.
Bizarre, isn't it? No, you're not allowed to have that name. Yeah. Oh, so then they're like, when they're in.
Somewhere, because it won't let me get past it.
They're sneaky like that. They'll like add a thing somewhere so they know that you've read a certain amount that day.
Kind of retro cool.
No, donate for it all the time.
You know, it's a lot more complicated because I actually
Time to go on to
I think 4. 10 till 4? I think so. You probably know better than me what time to go on to. I think it's 4 o'clock.
Yeah, I think it is 4 o'clock.
Yeah, 10 till 4. There's one on Norton. I went to one on Norton Road because they're doing it for charity.
Yeah.
And they had loads of like furniture and bits and pieces, and bought a few bits from there. But
a bit of a
I'm
mental
not-
strain for you, not going around tearing around looking at
tell
the
me
other stalls.
about
is
it. It's horrible. I did say to Ed, was like, I don't mind doing it. I was like, no, I'll do it. 'Cause obviously, if it hadn't been for me, we wouldn't be doing it. Do you know what I mean? And I said, oh, the stuff that doesn't sell, I'll probably have to take to a car boot.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's nice. Nothing, you know, it's
idea.
good because we can have the barbecue out the back, and then it's sort of not too much of an effort. Yeah, you're right. How's it going? You got the sausages on?
Oh, yeah, have a look. Yeah.
Yeah, I know Dad hasn't even seen them. Well, actually, he has, hasn't he? No, I'm okay. Thank you. Have some of this water. I think there's yeah, everything in there we said was like, everything comes our way. I'm so worried about the yeah, you can sit like that's it. We should have put like a little chair on it. Sit on it. Thanks, Lisa. Yeah.
I don't want to hold it too tight.
Yeah, that's okay. You can come sit with me if you want. Yeah, you can get another seat. Why don't you get one of your little chairs that you put inside? Your little one.
But where's my little table?
It's in
I want a little table to sit at.
lovely, isn't it?
I want a little table to sit at.
You don't need a little table out here, do you? You can have the table outside if you want. Look, there you go, that's a chair for you.
Yeah, a couple of bits.
Yeah.
Extra bits.
Yeah?
Found anything?
Yeah, thanks.
Oh wow. Right, I'll leave that with you for a sec. There's loads of 7 inches under here, Nick, as well.
West German.
Should I ring him and ask him?
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Door knobs. It's a little tiny one.
That's nice. Hello, what do you want? Few screws? Yeah, it says yeah. Alright, bye. Did you see the big crack in the handle? Thank you very much. Enjoy. Yeah, do you want the box it's in? They'll
but if you don't want it,
No,
and
no,
you're
no,
going
no.
to throw it, just, yeah, because I use it for the garden, and it tells me all my gardening buckets are all perishing. Did plants soaking size? Yeah, I'll have to manage. I can't think of anything else to give it to. Have I got another box? I've got a bag. Oh, you're not going to enjoy a bag, are you, with little boxes in? I've got another box, but it's in the garage. It's back there. I can put it in the box. Hello again. Oh, hello again. Do you mind if I just tell him to bring me a shoebox?
I don't know, it's back. Back. Just do it quick.
Not a bit of sellotape, but I can stick the boxes up. Sorry to be awkward, but that
Well,
is,
No.
they are
I don't
just
know exactly what it's made of.
watering
Stainless, made in
boxes.
Sheffield.
Buckets, yeah, it does. before the house or the garage.
So I think that's going to be the last jumble trail that we do for a while, simply because, as I've mentioned many times, we are imminently moving, and I think it's going to be within the next month. So we're trying to reduce the amount of stuff that we have coming in. We've tried to be selective over the last few weeks, but now we've decided that we're just going to try and stop buying. Try is the operative word, because I'm sure there'll be the odd thing here and there. But we're not going to buy in quantity for the next few weeks. So this is probably the last jumble trail we'll do before we move. That said, I've got some really lovely things from here. Some really gorgeous vintage studio pottery, and I've got a couple of interesting bits as well. One in particular, I would never have guessed what it was. I was totally shocked when I saw it. So I've learned something new today, and I'll share that with you in a bit. So first up is something that Nick picked up. I did see it and I kind of discounted it. It's not hugely valuable, but he was really interested in it and he thought it was just a nice item. It's a ProBus Metricook. So basically it's a weight metric converter. It would hang on your wall in the kitchen and then just be something that you could reach for very quickly and easily if you needed to convert a weight. A really useful item, but also it would just look really nice in a vintage kitchen, wouldn't it? So yeah, makes a nice decor piece, but also useful. Now, I don't think we paid very much for this. It would have been 50p or a pound. And we should be able to sell it for about £10, maybe a bit less. So I'll put it on for £10 with offers. So next up, I found this chestnut brown pool pottery set, which was, as you can see, £8. So I've got the coffee pot with the flat lid. The flat lid predates the lid with the handle. It's 1960s. So they tend to be a bit more sought after than the pots with the handles. I do have a green one of these as well, but it's got a slight chip in it, which is very annoying. I think that must have happened on the way home. But anyway, I've got this chestnut brown set. And the other annoying thing is it's only got 3 cups and saucers. So, I've got the 3 saucers, and I've got 3 cups like that. But it did have a little jug, little milk jug, and a sugar bowl. So as I said, I paid £8 for that whole set. And even with only 3 cups, I think I'm going to try for about 35. Somebody's got a set with 6 cups, but it doesn't have a milk jug or a sugar bowl with it. And the coffee pot has the handle on the lid. So I'm thinking that mine is probably around the same sort of value, give or take what we have. Also looking at what I could sell each individual piece for and trying to piece that together in terms of value. I think that 35 is around the right ballpark figure. So that's what I'm going to put it on at. Obviously put offers. I'm talking eBay when I say offers. I do tend to cross list across eBay and Etsy. So with Etsy I do everything free postage, and then I adjust prices if things don't sell after a while. So I put it on 35 on both platforms, Etsy with free postage, offers on eBay, and then we'll see what happens. But looking at solds and what I could realistically get, I'm hoping for 35. The next thing I picked up for 50p was this very, very cute floral mug. Really, really love the design on that. I was very tempted to keep this, I have to say. I love the design. But I'm going to try for 10 to 12 on it. It's Heron Cross Pottery. I've recently sold a flan dish from Heron Cross, and I've seen mugs like this shape, different designs, sell for around 10 to 12 pounds. So that's what I'm going to try. Put it on for £12.99, let's say, with offers. See where we go. £12.99 free post, so it's about £10 anyway. Right, this was a really lovely little find, and I only paid £1. So I'm really happy with this. The only downside is it didn't have the rack that they originally come with. Show you what I'm talking about. They're little Hornsey spice jars. This is in the saffron. So we've got nutmeg, allspice, cinnamon, cloves, ginger and peppercorns. Just such lovely things. They're very tactile. That's what it says on the bottom, Hornsey, England. They issued them in all the different colours, but as I say, this is the saffron. They're 1970s. They were issued originally in 1973, and even without the rack, should get 15 to 20 pounds for the 6. So that's not a bad return on my pound. I was a bit chuffed to find those. This is probably my favourite find of the day. I've got 2 of these. Little pair of cups and saucers. Aesthetically, I absolutely adore them. They're just beautiful. Now, I'm not going to be able to pronounce the name of the pottery, so I'll show you instead. I'm not even going to attempt it because I would get it completely wrong. So yeah, it's Welsh pottery, and it's stunning. That is completely my style, right up my street. I paid £2 for the pair, and should be able to get 20 to 25 resale value. Look at the design on that, absolutely stunning. So yeah, 20 to 25 hopefully resale value. So that was a really lovely little find. Now, it wouldn't be a haul of mine without a plant pot. So here we are, here's today's token plant pot. I paid £2, and the make is Westfield Art Pottery. It's Staffordshire. The design is Lovely Fern. And I fell in love with it. I love the design, but the resale isn't huge on it. It's about 10 to 12 pounds perhaps. Now, I've been thinking that I keep picking up planters. I just have a thing for picking up plant pots, vintage planters, and they don't fly out the door, so I'm accumulating them. And I think that I'm going to end up with a big shelf full of these in our stock room. And every time I buy a new plant, I'll be like, oh, let me just pick a new pot to put my plant in. That's how I'm envisaging it to be. But then it's always sod's law, isn't it? You pick out the one that you like and then you sell it. So maybe that's the trick. Maybe that's what I need to do to get them moving and to get them sold. I don't know why I keep picking them up, apart from the fact that I do love them. And they're useful things. Another thing that I love picking up, of course, is jugs. So here's today's token jug. So it's Ridgeway ironstone, and the design on it, I'd say that's either 60s or 70s, and it's called Topaz. It sadly doesn't have the plate with it, it's the jug only. But it was in a box underneath one of the tables, and she was selling everything out of it for 50p each. So for 50p, I couldn't leave that behind. I love the design, and it should fetch about 10 to 12 pounds. I couldn't find any in this design listed currently, so you never know, maybe somebody's looking for a replacement. So the next thing I picked up was this vintage clock. This really reminded me of my childhood. I used to always have clocks that were similar to this by the bedside when I was growing up. It's a nice make, it's Smith's. It's plastic, not real onyx. I haven't actually tested it yet, so I don't know if it's working, but if it's not working, I can still sell it as a prop. That's what the back looks like. It's very rudimentary. It's a very simple design. Not quite as nice and sturdy as the wooden ones they made, but it's still a really lovely thing. So if it's working, I should be able to get around £20 for it. Obviously, if it's not working, I will declare that and it will lower the value a bit, but fingers crossed it's okay. I was going to pick it up anyway because I just love it. And that was from the 50p box as well. Another thing that was from the 50p box was this. It's just a little stainless steel juicer. Lifts up. Very simple design. It's marked foreign, so it was post-war. And again, the resale value is probably about £10. But it's still a really nice, interesting item to pick up. It was only 50p, so never going to lose. So this next thing I picked up, I really love. It's this stoneware Studio Pottery jug. I paid £3 on it. And it is Griggs Forge. And the potter is John Vasey. This is his mark here. Difficult to make that out on the camera. It's sadly got a tiny little chip in the glaze there, but the rest of it, no chips, no cracks on the handle. It's in beautiful condition. It's Cornish pottery. And on my research, I couldn't find any jugs that were currently listed, so I'm hoping that that's something that a collector will snap up quite quickly. I should get about 20 to 25 pounds in resale value on that. So yeah, that's a really lovely thing. And it's one of my favourite things to pick up. Studio Pottery, and it's a jug. So sticking with Studio Pottery, I found these beautiful pottery candlestick holders for just £1 for the pair. They're signed John Stamford, but I couldn't find anything on him at all. I couldn't find any more of his work when I was researching. So I'm a little bit in the dark about his pottery. Absolutely beautiful though. Love the colours on those. So because I'm really unsure, just going on experience, I think I'm going to list for about 20 to 25. They may be worth more, I don't know. I mean, if you know anything about John Stamford, let me know. But just going on experience of selling similar items, I was thinking 20 to 25 might be about right. Right, these are lovely. It was from the same seller. They're salad servers. The tops are plastic, and then they've got ceramic handles. They look very Hornsey, don't they? They've got that sort of saffron look to them, but I don't think they are Hornsey. They're not signed anywhere. But they're a really interesting, attractive item, I think. If you're into your mid-century, then these are the salad servers for you. They're gorgeous, really gorgeous. So just going on similar items that have sold, I'm thinking 10 to 15 on these. And then she had this stunning Denby vase. That's the stamp on the bottom. The design is Sgraffito. I've seen them in different colours, but this colour, this blue-green colour, is stunning. I think that's going to be quite desirable, to be honest. I love it. So again, resale value about 20 to 25 on that, I think. Can't remember how much I paid. I think it was probably £1 or £2. So lastly, this was my most surprising item. It's this. Now, I'm sure that a few of you are going to know what this is immediately, but if you don't know what it is, pause the video right here and have a guess in the comments. I'd be really interested to know what your guess is. So, I'm just going to sit here and wait while you let me know in the comments. Okay, so Nick actually saw this and picked it up. And I wasn't sure because I didn't really know what it was. It is a very pretty thing though, so we ummed and ahed for a while and decided we'd go for it. We'd just pick it up and, you know, take a chance, see what it is. I was thinking maybe for cotton wool, something like that. That was my first thought. I think the lid was originally silver plated, but that seems to have worn off completely now. So you're just left with the brass underneath it. And the glass jar is so pretty. The design is beautiful, isn't it? A lot of work's gone into that. So it's definitely antique. Potentially Edwardian. Maybe, not sure. So I'll put you out of your misery. It's what's known as a hair receiver jar or a hair tidy. So basically it would have sat on a dressing table where a lady would have brushed her hair, pulled the hair out of her hairbrush and popped it in the jar. I'm guessing they didn't have waste paper bins around that time. So any hair would have been shoved in there and then discarded eventually. I don't know, maybe just taken out, thrown in the fire, maybe. So when I told Nick what the original purpose of this jar was, he said, "Oh, that's disgusting." It does sound a bit gross, doesn't it? But in modern times, it could be used for all kinds of things. I very much doubt we would use it to receive our hair. We'd probably use it for what I was originally thinking and pop some cotton wool in, or maybe put hairpins in or something. You could even put a couple of brushes in. Could use it for anything, or just a decorative item really. It may not be used for its original intention, but it is still an absolutely beautiful item. That is everything that I picked up on our potentially last Jumble trail. Maybe the last Jumble trail of the year. It just feels like we're in limbo at the moment. We don't know quite when we're moving. We don't know what to pack. We don't know when to pack. We don't know how much we can keep sourcing. It's just, yeah, it's that tricky time. So at the moment we're going to scale back on it. But I'm sure we will do a little bit for fun anyway. So thank you for watching. If you did enjoy it, please hit the like button. And if you're not subscribed and you enjoy this kind of video, there'll be lots more to come. So I hope you'll think about subscribing and come back and join me another time. So until the next video, I hope everybody has a lovely week. Take care for now. Bye.